Hello, mushies! It's Tiger. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am here with a very requested video. A lot of you guys have asked for this in the comment section on lots of my videos, so I'm here today to bring you guys a beginner's guide to Animal Crossing, just so that it can help you get started with the game if you are stuck in the beginning and you don't know what to do, or you don't know how to progress in the game, or if you just restarted and you want to get your island to 3 stars as quick as possible so that you can unlock terraforming and yeah, be able to customize your island more intensely, I guess. So I have a few tips and just information for whenever you first start, and then I'll also be giving you guys kind of the rundown on how to get to 3 stars. So we're here on my new island, Java. I did make some changes to my entrance. If you guys saw my speed build video, I added a few more furniture items around the area so it would have more of a jungle vibe. I added this little tiki torch here and this little bamboo lamp and just some bug models and weeds around the area, just to kind of beef it up a little bit and make it fit the theme a little bit more. And I think that it looks great. I'm so happy. I can't wait to build some more stuff. You can see that I've been like clearing out my island so that I can start terraforming some more and getting some more stuff done. So with all that being said, we're gonna go ahead and just get started with the video. So whenever you first start the game, you are faced with a lot of permanent decision making. You have to change your island name, choose your actual name for your character, enter in your birthday, because on your birthday in the game, your island residents will throw you a birthday party, and it's really fun. You also have to choose your map. And yeah, so all of those things you choose pretty much in the first day of playing, unless for some reason you stop playing in the middle of the beginning. But for the most part, you will probably do that all on your first day, and you can't change any of those things. So once you choose your island name and your character name and your map and stuff, all of that you can't change later on. So that's going to be permanent unless you restart your game. So be sure to pick an island name that you like and pick a map layout that you actually like. And yeah, that's pretty much the first thing that you have to do in the game. After that, you will have to speak with Tom Nook several times a day, and he will give you a bunch of tasks to do in the game to help you unlock certain things and progress further along into the gameplay. So he will ask you to bring him, I think, 5 creatures to go ahead and get the museum unlocked. So you will bring him either 5 bugs or fish or whatever you want to bring him, and you will get the museum tent little kit in your inventory, and then you can like go place it wherever you want. And then Blathers will be there the next day, and then you will have to give him 15 more creatures in order to unlock the museum building, which is this building right here. So after all that, you will have even more tasks from Tom Nook. I don't remember what order they go in, but they're pretty simple tasks, and he kind of lays it out pretty easily, so they're easy to follow. If you're ever stuck and you don't know what you're supposed to be doing, you can go talk to Tom Nook and ask him, like, what should I do? There's an option for you to say that so that you can get help, and you will be informed on what task you're supposed to be completing. As you can see, this is where you would press what should I do, and he will tell you. Obviously, I've completed most of the tasks, I think all of them, so there's nothing for me to do here. And while you are finishing these tasks for Tom Nook, some of them will kind of take the full day, and some of them you have to wait until the next day to get a new task. So every day, just go check in with Tom Nook and see if he has something for you to do. And while you're doing all of that, be sure to be collecting plenty of resources, because you will need these in a lot of the tasks and just to craft items. and unlock everything that you want. So you can pick weeds. Obviously, when you first start the game, your island is covered in weeds, and you can actually use weeds in a lot of DIYs. So just be sure to collect all of them. You can sell them, but don't sell all of them because you will end up needing weeds in the future, and you might actually want to decorate with them later on in the game. At some point, Tom Nook will also give you a Nook Miles ticket, and you can use these to find villagers to move into your island if you have like empty spaces on your island. By the way, you can have up to 10 villagers living on your island if you did not know that. But you can also get a ton of materials on the mystery islands that you visit through the Nook Mile tickets. So you can chop trees there and hit rocks and get lots of resources. There's even DIYs sometimes laying around on the beach there. If you guys are still unsure on how to collect resources, you can shake trees, and as you can see, sticks will fall out. Sometimes acorns, I think, will fall out in the fall. I think they're a pretty rare drop, but you can keep shaking them continuously and getting more materials to craft with and use for your task, because Tom Nook will be asking you to craft a lot of items and you will need a ton of materials. And you will also have to unlock the Nook's Cranny at the beginning of the game, which costs 30 of each wood and 30 pieces of iron, and it takes quite a while to collect all of that. And I recommend going to the mystery islands with your Nook Mile ticket and just grinding to get those materials, and then you could probably get them in one day if you do that. So other than shaking trees, you can also hit them with an axe. I don't have an axe on my character right now, but you can hit them 3 times with the flimsy axe and you will get 3 pieces of wood. But if you use the upgraded axe and you hit the tree on the 3rd strike, it will actually cut down the tree and make it into a tree stump. So be careful if you don't want to cut down your trees. You can also use shovels on the rocks on your island to get materials, like I was saying earlier. I can kind of demonstrate this for you if I can find a rock on my island. I don't know. I might have already hit it today. Oh, see, and you just keep hitting it over and over and over again, and materials will pop out of it until there are none left to collect, as you can see. And you can get iron, clay, and stone from the rocks in the game, and there are, I think, 6 rocks total on your island. And if you eat a piece of fruit and then you hit a rock, it'll actually break the rock completely and they will spawn back in one day at a time. And you can also eat fruit to dig up a tree. That's just kind of like a little fun fact if you didn't know that. I'm so sorry. This video might be a little bit boring to you who already know how to play the game, but there are a lot of people out there who are still confused and aren't really sure how to progress and further their game. So this is all for you guys. And I'll also put the timestamp in the description if you just want to skip to the part explaining how to get 3 stars. So yeah, I probably should have said that sooner in the video, but it's fine. So next, you will want to be collecting DIYs on your island. As you can see, once you go into your phone app, there is a DIY recipe application and it shows all of the DIYs that you get, and you can use the resources that you've been collecting to craft these items. And you can find DIYs in a lot of places. You can pop balloons with a slingshot. If you haven't noticed already, there are balloons that fly by with presents on them on your island, and you can shoot them down. And sometimes they have furniture, sometimes they have bells, and sometimes they have DIYs or clothing or anything. Another way to get DIYs is to go inside of your villagers' homes whenever they are there, and someone will be crafting an item. At least one of your villagers will. I think that they will be crafting an item in the morning, in the evening, and then like at nighttime. So there's 3 different times during the day where you can find one of your villagers crafting in their homes, and they will share that DIY with you. You can also get DIYs from little message bottles on the beach. I'm trying to find one on my beach, but I think that I already collected it for today. But there will be DIY little message bottles on your beach. I think there's one every single day, and you just go and you get a DIY from it. So it's a free daily DIY. Another thing to keep an eye on is the bulletin board. they will announce like events and birthdays and stuff like that on the bulletin board. Every time that there is like a new update or message on the bulletin board, there will be a little bird or an owl perched up on the message board. So that's how you will know if there is another event or announcement. And here's one of the balloons, so we can pop it. Maybe it's a DIY. It's probably not. I've been trying to get DIYs. See, and here I got resources, so now I have more iron nuggets. So I'm gonna try to see. I don't think there's any DIY bottles. Oh, by the way, Wolfgang moved onto my island, and I'm so shook because I love Wolfgang and I don't know what to do. I don't know if Wolfgang really fits the jungle aesthetic. I don't know what to do. So, anyways, while you're doing all of this in the beginning, I highly recommend catching lots of fish and bugs because you will need bells in this game, which is the currency. So it's basically just money. You can sell these bugs and fish to Timmy or Tommy. And yeah, that's just like kind of the easiest way to make money in the beginning. I also recommend just selling unwanted items. You can also hit all of the rocks on your island, and I'm pretty sure that at least one rock every day will be a money rock, and it will actually like spew out money whenever you hit it with the shovel. So that's another way to get bells. And sometimes, like I said, the balloons will drop bells as well. And I'm trying to see if I can find the golden spot on my island. Every day there will be a shiny golden dot somewhere on your island, and if you dig it up, there will be bells inside of it. And if you replant the bells inside of the hole that you just dug before covering it up, it will actually plant a money tree, and it should triple the amount of money that you planted the next day. Sometimes it doesn't. It's kind of like a gamble. But yeah, that's kind of an interesting way to make money if you're willing to kind of play the lottery every single day. And you don't have to just plant the amount that you got. You can plant however many bells you want into that little spot, and yeah, you can maybe hope to duplicate some of your bells that way. I'm trying to see if I can find that spot on my island, but I might have already dug it up this morning. I don't know. I think I did. I can't find it anywhere unless it's maybe down here, or did I already look over here? I don't know. But yeah, ignore all these bugs. These are for Flick. So yeah, I'm trying to get a lot of bug models, and yeah, I just have all these bugs kind of hoarded on my island right now, which is kind of creepy, but you know, it's that grind. So another thing that you will want to unlock on your island is the Able Sisters clothing store, so that you can buy a bunch of fashion items, and you can use the kiosk inside of the Able Sisters to download custom designs if you have internet access on your Switch. And here is the Able Sisters actually right here. And how to unlock this is you basically will buy from Mabel every time she comes to your island. She will visit in the plaza part of your island a few times, and then eventually she will ask if she can open the store on your island, and she will give you the little kit so you can place it wherever you'd like. And here is one of the message bottles I was talking about earlier, so you can open these and get a free DIY. Wow, yay. So I think that that's basically the extent of the beginning of the game. Let me know if you guys have any more questions about that in the comment section, and maybe I will answer those for you. It's pretty self-explanatory. Tom Nook will pretty much walk you through everything that you need to do on the island, so just keep asking him what should I do if you're a little bit lost. And if you just look up like what to do my first week in Animal Crossing, there are lots of different websites and articles that will kind of lay it all out for you, even more detailed than I have, and you can follow those. So lastly, I'm going to give you guys a few tips on how to get your island to 3 stars as quick as possible. So at some point in the beginning of the game, Tom Nook will give you 50 fencing to use on your island, and you will want to go ahead and place all of 50 of those fences around your island. It doesn't matter where, it doesn't have to be pretty, you can always remove it later. So I just kind of placed them around everywhere, and then after I reached 3 stars, I kind of just went back and removed all the fencing. So you'll want to have those 50 fences placed on your island, because if you don't, Isabel will be like, no, you need more fencing. So yeah, and you won't make it to 3 stars. Let me get this balloon. Oh my gosh, there's so many of them. Next, you will want to have a ton of random furniture just placed around your island. Again, it does not have to be pretty. You can just place all of the items that you have and then remove them later on and change it up. So as you can see, that's kind of what I was doing here, is just placing every furniture item that I come across just in this random cluster, and that'll make the game be tricked into thinking that you have a lot of items decorating your island beautifully. So yeah, that's just kind of like a little trick to speed up the process. Just place a bunch of random stuff down. You will also want to have a ton of shrubs and flowers. So you can buy shrubs or bushes from Leaf. He's the little sloth guy that will show up at the plaza every now and then, and you can buy all these plants and stuff from him. As you can see, I have a ton of shrubs just planted here on my island in this big cluster. I also have a bunch of flowers planted around. I did have more, but I've obviously kind of used those in my entrance, so they're not all in one place anymore. But yeah, just make sure that you have a lot of flowers and bushes planted around. And again, they don't have to be in some pretty order. This is all just to kind of get 3 stars quickly, so you can just place this all and then change it later. You will also have to have 8 villagers moved onto your island. For me, for some reason, Isabel made me have 9 people moved into my island. I don't know, maybe you have to have 9. I read online that you only need 8 villagers to get 3 stars, but I'm pretty sure that Isabel kept telling me that I needed more residents until I had 9 villagers. How to get more villagers on your island: Tom Nook will give you a task to build 3 houses for him, and you will have to craft 3 furniture pieces for the outside and 3 for the inside for each house, and then people will be able to move into those homes. After that, you will have to speak to Tom Nook and ask him to sell land, and you will have to pay 10,000 bells to add some more housing plots on your island, and then people will move into those. You can also use Nook Mile tickets to travel to mysterious islands and get villagers and convince them to move in if you have an open plot. But if you don't, random villagers will just move in eventually into those plots. You will need to upgrade the resident service tent to the town hall, which is what this building is. I'm not really sure how you get to that point. I think it just happens, you know, like 6 or 7 days after you started the game. Tom Nook will make an announcement that he is upgrading this area. Basically, just keep doing all of the tasks, and once you have completed all the tasks for him, like, everything will just start to upgrade. So just make sure that you're doing everything that he's asking. I also read online that you need inclines and bridges to have 3 stars. I don't know, that's not very true, because I did not have any inclines and I only had this one bridge, and I was able to get 3 stars, but it might help you to get it on your island. So I don't know, I thought that I would go ahead and include that. You will also have to unlock the campsite, which again, Tom Nook will give you that whenever the time comes. Whenever you finish all the tasks that you need to, he will give you the campsite, and you just place it on your island, and then a villager will come and visit your campsite the next day or the day after that, and you will have to invite them to your island, and then you'll just unlock more tasks from there. But I think you definitely need the campsite in order to progress to 3 stars. Here is the campsite if you guys want to see mine. I just placed it on the beach. I don't know, I think I'm gonna leave it here because it's kind of cute with the pier. So yeah, I just scared that fish away. So the last tip to having a 3-star island is to make sure that there's no items lying around, like random furniture items like these little leaves. Just make sure that there aren't a ton of items just laying around your island, because that will definitely bring down your island rating. So yeah, that's kind of my little beginner's guide. I know that this was kind of like unorganized and just me blabbing about the game, but I know that there are lots of you who are kind of stuck at the beginning of Animal Crossing, or you might have just gotten the game and you just wanted to hear this information. But if you did not, I'm so sorry. This was probably so boring to you. But for all of you that needed to watch this, I hope that I was helpful and I hope that I answered all the questions that you had. If you guys still have more questions about the game, comment below and myself or maybe someone else will answer you. If you guys know how to play, be sure to check out the comments and see if someone needs help and maybe you can help them. I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day or night. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment, subscribe, and turn on the post notifications. I will see you guys later today in my stream. I'm going to be playing Among Us with a few other YouTubers and friends. And also don't forget to join the Discord. The link is in the description. You have to be 13 or older, but if you are, I promise it'll be such a fun time. Come join and come hang out with us. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!